Good evening. Welcome to Praying Together. I'm Pastor Vern Haskell. In just a few days, a little less than a week, we will be entering what is known as Holy Week or Passion Week, the most dramatic week, in my opinion, of all history. One of my laments in recent years is that we used to have multiple services every week, and especially during that week. And even then, there were more things than we could cover on an annual basis. It's one of the reasons why I have tried to go a little bit the direction of observing Lent, even though I grew up in a tradition where we didn't do such things. We considered them Catholic. At least it's given us a little bit more opportunity to deal with the themes over a longer term. You go from the absolute heights of the celebration on Palm Sunday. In that same day, Jesus enters the temple and finds corruption. You have him celebrating the Last Supper and declaring himself to be the perfect Lamb. And you have denial, and you have betrayal. You have crucifixion. You have one of the worst things of all, waiting, grieving, but not knowing how to grieve, not knowing what to expect. And of course, as we know, they didn't. Resurrection. But even then, fear and questions. What does this mean? What do we do next? What are they going to do to us now? And we try to deal with that 2 Sunday mornings. And it's very, very difficult. So would you pray with me for all of our pastors and spiritual leaders, that God would show them what is the most important thing or the most important matters that they need to preach about, how they can even begin to cover the whole dynamic. Again, part of the answer is we don't do it in just 1 week. We need to be looking at many of these themes throughout the year. But I want our observance to be really special. Wherever you are on the political scheme, we are in a challenging period of time. And we are struggling with each other and with the direction of our nation. As citizens of heaven, we need to really fully enmesh ourselves in what God is doing. Gracious Lord, Holy Week. Every year I struggle with how I can even begin to adequately talk about the realities of that tumultuous week. Today I began working on my sermon, thinking about the triumphal entry, and yet knowing what lies ahead. Realizing that we used to have Wednesday night services and we would do Good Friday community services and sunrise services, and now most of us are just one service each of those 2 Sundays. I don't want to spend a lot of time in lamenting about the good old days, nor do I really want to return to them. But, oh Lord, help me as I preach and teach to capture the themes that my people need to hear about this year. Help each and every pastor and Sunday school teacher to be directed by you in this, and help us, Lord, as individual Christians to really think clearly and deeply about the cost of this great salvation and of the possibilities of your eternal triumph. And I pray this in your holy name. Amen and amen. Well, God bless you. Have a good evening. Be thinking about it. Be praying about it. Be expecting God to move.